Wow, wow, wow! Carlos Alcaraz wins the Qatar Open, defeating Arthur Fils in dominant fashion. Near flawless performance from Carlos Alcaraz. And this is the post-match reaction. That's right, and if you haven't done so yet, give us a like, subscribe. I cannot believe what I have just witnessed. It was a quick one, that's for sure. And I thought it was going to go 3 sets. I thought Arthur Fils, he's been playing so well, but he hasn't come up against the world number one since he came back on the tour. And what a performance this one was. 6-2, 6-1 against somebody who was looking fantastic. And in the semi-finals, dominating from the baseline was the key. And it's the one thing that Carlos Alcaraz did so well in this final. There was no nerves, it seemed, at all on his side. And he continued his winning run, undefeated in 2026. It looked like Arthur Fils just had no answers. He was always on the back foot. He managed to get the odd point one here and there, but to be able to string enough together to win a game, that was really hard to come by. And just some of the shot making from Carlos Alcaraz, I feel like the level goes up and up and up. And you get to the final and you get the best level of Carlos Alcaraz. And like it says here, we have simply run out of superlatives to describe Carlos Alcaraz. We have 30 wins in a row on outdoor hard courts, 26 titles at 22 years old, and leading the rankings by 3,150 points. There he is, holding the trophy aloft in Doha. What a performance. It's tough probably to take for Arthur Fils because he played so well. He beat some great players leading up to the final. But there are levels. And I think this was just a bit of a wake-up call to where he is in comparison to where the world number one is. I don't doubt that he will get better. He will learn from it. But today, there was only one winner. He just played. It was pretty much a perfect tennis match. Every single shot was coming off for Carlos Alcaraz. He had the volleys at the net. They were just so perfect. He had the drop shots. They were working. His backhand down the line, it was an absolute bullet. The forehand was just dominating Arthur Fils, keeping him so deep on the court that it was nearly impossible to get any offense going. And just to finish off the match, just when Arthur Fils looked like he might be winning the point, Carlos Alcaraz hits an absolute huge forehand winner off of what was a massive shot from Arthur Fils into the bottom right-hand corner. But this is just Carlos Alcaraz. Should we be surprised anymore? Probably not, because he's that good. He's 12-0 in 2026 and 5 consecutive outdoor hardcourt titles to boot. Yeah, well, I mean, you can probably tell. I don't know what to say. This is what Arthur Fils had to say afterwards. He even said, "Cabron, you played very good. You made a hell of a job, man. It's a joke." Said, "Congrats to you and your team. I wish you many more. Keep going like this." He also had to say, "I apologize to the crowd. I know it was too short. It was 52 minutes. Thank you all. It's been 8 very long months after that injury. I have to think about that period when I was struggling and things were tough." But yeah, what an amazing tournament he had. And definitely somebody to watch out for the rest of the year. Because if he's already at this level, getting to finals, it's only a matter of time before we see him in another final again, maybe a little bit closer with someone like a Carlos Alcaraz the next time they play. And Alcaraz said, "It was a pleasure to share the court with you. More than the result, seeing you back on the court makes me happy. You've gone through some tough physical challenges, playing again, reaching the final. That's really impressive. congratulations to you. And that exactly sums it up perfectly from Carlos. He should be proud. This is nothing that anybody expected, I don't think, from Arthur Fils to be back this soon into a final. So well done to him. I thought it was a fantastic performance in the semi-final, one of the best performances of the tournament by any player. But this one definitely was the best out of the lot from Carlos Alcaraz. And like Scott Barkley says, that's about as perfect a match as you're going to see from Alcaraz. Went out there like he knew he was going to win and played with absolutely zero pressure as a result. I agree there. Helped by Fils, who is still on the comeback, but nevertheless will be gutted with that result. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. We've spoken about people getting Yannick Sinnered. We saw Casper Ruud get absolutely, breadstick and bageled. This is sort of up there. You just got Carlos Alcaraz, and this is what happens. I think Alcaraz is only going to keep getting better, more confident. The movement, the power, that drop shot, outrageous tennis all over the court. And it was one thing I said in the preview. Arthur Fils' shots were working against Jakub Menšik, but that's because the ball wouldn't come back one more time. And with Alcaraz, it always will. And that one more time, you will have to try and put it away, because then he'll get on the front foot and he'll start pressuring you. And this crazy half volley, it was unbelievable, really. The way it just came over the net, and then he just, the deftest touch, and the backspin it had on it as well. It had everything. It was an unbelievable shot, an unbelievable short match, and just a showcase, really, of how good Carlos Alcaraz is. But that's just a quick post-match reaction. Tell me your thoughts in that comment section below. What did you make of it? It was absolutely insane. Carlos Alcaraz, could he go, I don't know, how long unbeaten? 40 matches? I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a bit too over the top. But on outdoor hardcourt, he seems to be the man to beat right now. Yannick Sinner, you're going to have to up your game. And we're going to go into the clay court swing soon. And we all know who that favours. But if you haven't done so yet, give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see ya.